What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Riddy and I'm hitting you back one more time with another video. I was just doing some laundry just now and I said, while I'm waiting I'll just throw up a little video. And this one's going to be kind of different. It's going to be a little special, I guess. In terms that, like, just for the past, well, in general, I'm just not like a person, like I'm really a simple guy. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, hairstyles. I don't really do nothing fancy with my hair, just give myself an even low. I'm not the flashiest dresser, nothing like that. But as far as my hair is concerned, like I said, I was getting a little bored with what I had on there now. So I said I'll try to spice it up a little bit. And as a black man, one of the easiest ways to spice up your hair is to go and try to get some waves. When I was younger, I didn't really know the correct procedure for doing it, so I went and I spent my money on, all kinds of products and everything. I had Dax Wave and Groom, Wave Patrol, Grease, Murray's Pomade, Blue Magic, all that kind of stuff. And I literally have bottles and bottles and bottles of stuff piled up my dresser trying to get these waves, and all I really managed to successfully do is just change the texture of my hair from all the crap that I was putting in. I decided to take it seriously one day, and what I did was I actually went onto YouTube. That's a great resource to learn something that you really want to know. And I just started looking around and realized that what I was doing wrong was that one of the number one pillars of getting waves is brushing. It's all about brushing. And that's what I wasn't doing. I was really just throwing crap in my hair and trying to brush it a little bit, not a lot. I wasn't really getting any results. So what I ended up doing is I found this guy online. His name was The Botanist. There are a lot of people on YouTube who they show you the process to get waves, but they already had waves, and they kind of wanted to see somebody do it from the start, and I want to know what they did to get waves. And he actually did that. He started out with no waves in his head, and he gave us weekly updates and just showed us the methods that he used. And at the end of the day, like, his waves, he got a lot of flack for his waves because they weren't the best. I just think you could see the waves were there, but like his hair was so short that they were really difficult to see. But I used his kind of guide, and I ended up getting some decent waves. And I'll put a picture up so you can see probably now while I'm talking. You can see that they're not the best waves, but it was a good start, and I was actually getting there. But I kind of lost interest after a while, and then just cut my hair off, and I was into that. So what I'm going to do now is basically just provide a tutorial on, just a real simple tutorial on how to build up some waves, get some waves in your head. I'm not promising the best waves, and I'm not promising that I'm doing it right. This is just what I did for me and what I used, and it's really, really simple, and it will get you there. It will get you there. And if you're not seeing the results you want, just try to brush some more, just keep brushing and follow the basic routine, and you'll get there, because that's what it's all about. There are, I'd say, 4 ingredients or 4 things that you really need in order to really get this wave process going. Alright, the first thing that you need, and that's going to be the most important, is a good brush. You're going to need a really good brush, and this is going to be the basis, the cornerstone of your waving. You have to brush. If you're not going to listen to anything else that I say, brushing is the key. Some people say that you have to brush for like 30 minutes a day. For me, I personally brush like 2 times. I brushed first thing in the morning when I got out the shower, and I brushed. I was working in the day, and I can't be walking around like where I was working in an office environment. I couldn't be brushing my hair all day. So those are the 2 times that I really had to brush. And if I had a chance to come in for lunch or something, I'll brush as well. But you have to brush a lot. But what I recommend is that first thing in the morning when you get out the shower, when your hair is nice and moist, make sure it's not like dripping wet. You kind of dry your hair off, make sure it's moist and it's soft, and then you start brushing. And as you know, for brushing for waves, for me, the top of your head, you kind of brush forward, and then for the side of your head, you start the crown and you brush kind of towards your temple, And so over the ear, over your ear towards the temple, and then everything behind your ear, you brush down. And that's basically what you're gonna do. So the back of your head's down, from crown to temple is in a diagonal motion, and the top is straight forward. You don't have to have any kind of special brush. I have this goodie brush. This is a brush that I've had since high school, and it works for me. Make sure the bristles like medium hardness at least. You can have multiple brushes from hard to soft. I just use that one brush. Second thing that you're gonna need is some good moisturizer. And there's a number of different moisturizers out there that people will recommend that you use. I say, whatever works for you or whatever you like, use it. I personally use this olive oil cream right here. So yeah, it's really simple. It's thick, but not too thick. So I use olive oil cream. The typical ones that you're gonna see are olive oil cream, carrot cream, pink lotion. That's the big three that I hear about. So I say personally, if you're gonna get anything, let it be one of those three. The next thing is a do-rag. They got something else out there called like a surag or something like that. I don't really know how you pronounce it. That's kind of easy to tie, but I got a do-rag. I got this do-rag here. It's old, but it covers most of the head. See, it's like coming apart in the front, but you need a do-rag because when you sleep, well, firstly, the whole point of the do-rag is to get your hair to lay flat. You're training your hair to really lay flat. And you're kind of brushing out the curls as well. That's what all the brushing is for. So make sure you have a do-rag, borrow someone's do-rag, or you can buy them from wherever, because you're gonna need that as well. That's like really, really important. The last thing is just about, like, I got some shampoo here. You want to like wash your hair at least like once a week or whatever, because everything's gonna kind of build up in your head. So you don't have to wash your hair very often. I mean, I'd say washing your hair isn't like a huge part of it. It's not really a huge part of the waving process. You should be washing your hair on a regular basis anyway. If not, that's kind of gross. But just use whatever shampoo is cool for you. I use the Head and Shoulders shampoo and conditioner. And this one here as well has almond oil in it to help moisturize. So it's like, all right, well, bet, just use this too. So that's cool. So yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff you need if you really want to get into waving. So I've already told you the brushing process, or the brushing that you need to do in order to get the waves. So essentially what's going to boil down to is going to be brushing. One time you're going to brush and moisturize during the day. Get that carrot cream or the olive oil cream inside your head. And the last thing that you're going to do is make sure you do-rag. Put your do-rag on before you go to sleep. You have to have that on because you don't want to get your wave pattern messed up while you're sleeping, and you want your hair as well to lay down flat. So if you can as well, make sure you have the do-rag on too. If you can have the do-rag on, then don't worry about it. I find that once you really get into the process and your hair gets used to it, once you take the do-rag off, your hair is fine. It will just lay down by itself anyway, for like a certain amount of time. So that's what the process is all about. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna kind of show you quickly my routine for in the evening when I put in the moisturizer and brush everything in. And then after that, I'll be putting in updates weekly just so you can see how everything's going, and we'll go from there. And if you have any questions, just make sure you drop them in the comments. So what I'm gonna do now, as I said, I'm just gonna show you my nightly routine as far as getting ready to go to sleep. As you can see right now, like, I have no waves at all in my hair. I don't know if you can see that, but my hair right now there's no waves. And this is specifically what I wanted to do, because I wanted to kind of show you guys that it's possible to get waves if you just put a little effort into it. And I didn't want to be one of those people who showed you how to get waves and I already have waves in my hair. So I want to show you that I want to go from just a regular nappy hair to waves. And if you're one of those guys with what I call typical nigga features, which includes like big lips, big nose, dark brown eyes, and of course the nappy hair, it's actually going to work out better for you because the hair is a lot curlier, and the waves are going to probably come in a lot better for somebody with hair like that. You might have to work a little harder if your hair is nappier, but you'll get a good result. The thing as well, if you notice that when I try to wave, I prefer that my hair starts at a longer length. A lot of people tell you to cut your hair first and start cutting when your hair start brushing when your hair is low, and as it grows in, that'll help it. For me, I prefer to start the waving process when my hair is already in, just because I find like I can see things a little faster. And my scalp doesn't get as irritated from all the constant brushing. That's, once again, it's all about, that's what I do. If you do it a different way, then I'm not knocking anybody else's method. I'm not an expert. I'm just showing you what I do to get waves. All right. So I've been talking for way too long, but here we go. I'm gonna show you my little routine for getting the waves in the evening, and then that'll be it for the video. All right.